facing our fears, laughing through the chaos and drinking some beers. So here's to the laughs, the grunts and the cheers, all the awkward moments, and we're still here. Cause in the end we're just doing our thing. It's our crazy life, oh, one more thing. Oh, one more thing. Oh.
Hey, I'm Brian, and welcome to and One More Thing.
Well, hi, Brian.
Hi, Rob.
How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for your support.
Aw.
Remember those Bartles and James wine coolers?
Yeah, I do.
Thank you for your support.
Wine coolers were all the rage back then, weren't they?
And they were gross.
Well, I mean, if you liked that sort of thing,
I
they were
suppose.
just kind of fruity.
Yeah.
But have you noticed that how wine coolers sort of reinvent themselves every so often?
Mm-hmm.
There's always like a new version of the same thing we had back in the day.
Yeah, now seltzers are big. And I found a new drink I really, really like.
What is it?
It's called Surfside.
Surfside. Oh, I've had Surfside.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an uncarbonated seltzer.
Yeah, and it's very good.
And it goes down like water.
Yeah.
It's like flavored water.
Right. I like carbless, though.
Well, carbless is good too.
Yeah.
I like that too. There's a little more flavor in carbless.
Yeah.
But the Surfsides, it's like a lemonade tea, and we had a raspberry lemonade tea and a blackberry, and those puppies went down.
I'd like to have one right
quick.
now.
Yeah, you know where they went down fast?
What?
We were at the pool at my mom's retirement community.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Arizona this week.
The hot sun?
The hot sun. Yes, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Although I'm a little scared.
Why?
I think I saw our future there.
Not mine, just yours.
Oh, definitely yours. So in the big community pool we were hanging out at, enjoying the sun and soaking up the rays, they put together this volleyball game for whoever wanted to come play.
Right. And did you play?
Heck no. And it was kind of fun to watch. So they put up this big net, and they put these little the pool noodles attached to ropes to do your volleyball space, right? So you're in and out, and they had 11 people per side.
Okay, that's a
And
lot.
They were not quite cheek to cheek, but they could definitely touch each other.
Well, you can't run too fast when you're that old.
Right. And the rules of the game are don't let the ball hit the water.
That's the only rule?
Well, you had to keep the ball moving. And what I mean by moving is you could catch the ball and then kind of bop it in your hands a little bit and then throw it up or hit it somewhere else. But you didn't have to it's not like, when you play volleyball, you have to hit the ball constantly.
You set it and you bunt it and stuff.
You could catch it.
You could catch it. That's not really volleyball.
And it wasn't like 3 hits per side, and you could have like 25 hits per side if you want. It's basically as long as it didn't hit the water.
That's like that balloon game you play with kids.
Yes.
Hitting the balloon off to keep it off the floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that how life works? Start as kids, then you become adults, then you're back to kids again?
Yeah. You crap your pants in the beginning, and then you crap your pants at the end.
Oh, I see my future, and it scares me. Oh, my goodness. So, hey, Brian.
Hey, what?
What's the biggest difference between a Gen Xer and a Gen Zer when they see a no trespassing sign?
I don't know. What is it?
Well, the Gen Xer obviously ignores the sign because they have been fending for themselves since 1982 and figure no one is home anyway.
That's right.
And, the Gen Zer ignores the sign because they need a liminal space aesthetic for the latest photo dump.
That's kind of lame.
It's kind of true, though.
But, we're talking about that age thing. Have you ever noticed how midlife in Minnesota just means you own 3 kinds of coats and you still can't figure out which one to wear?
That's true. I still have a winter coat. I mean, we're into April now. I still have a winter coat in my closet because it's Minnesota.
Well, yeah.
We could get 3 feet of snow tomorrow.
Right.
We're not going to, but we could.
I did move my big winter coat, though, up to the upstairs closet.
Yeah.
Because I only wear my North Face smaller coat all winter, even sub-zero weather.
Right, because that depends on whether it's November cold or February trying to kill you cold.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a thing.
Right, I know it is.
Yeah. So growing up here, we knew when it was seriously cold when your dad called it character building and refused to turn the heat above 62 degrees.
Right.
Brr.
Why is that a thing? Yeah,
I don't know.
Definitely a different
I think
generation.
there's a definite generation issue there.
I mean, did heating fuel cost that much more like in the 60s than it does now? Because
I don't know if it cost a lot more.
I mean, we all grew up in that house.
But did your house use fuel oil?
No, we actually had natural gas. Yeah.
We had fuel oil that had to get pumped into the tank in the basement.
Okay.
So it's old, yeah. But I don't know what it costs.
Yeah, and that is a little different though, because obviously the more you use, the more they got to come fill up, and there's a charge with that.
There's a charge.
Right. My issue, I think we talked about this in an earlier podcast, was we finally got AC like in the late 70s.
Okay.
but we hardly ever used it.
Why?
Because it's expensive.
Because it pulled too much electricity.
Yeah. So instead, I'd sit there and sweat on my sheets in the middle of the night because it was 90 freaking degrees outside and 100% humidity.
We never had AC. Not a window, nothing. I grew up without that.
Oh,
yeah, it was hot.
I love my AC.
So you've heard of that phrase, generation gap, right?
I have.
Well, people talk about the generation gap like it's something new, but every generation has complained about the next generation. Socrates was criticizing young people over 2,000 years ago for being disrespectful and lazy. This isn't a modern problem.
No, that's true. But the gap feels wider now because change seems faster, right?
Right.
I mean, technology alone has transformed life in one generation. I mean, for example, back in 1995, only about 14% of U.S. adults use the internet. Today, it's over 90%, and I debate that it's only 90%.
It's got to be. Well, you got older adults who don't use it.
You're right. Okay, you're right. That doesn't make sense. And most Gen Z can't even remember a world without smartphones.
I know. I find that that's fascinating to me, right?
Right? Yeah, I think it's funny that if you literally put a rotary phone in front of them, they'd be like, what the hell is this?
Right. Oh, that's so true.
It is. They have no idea.
A story for you that when my oldest daughter was young and at a dance class, a ballet class, and she didn't feel good. Okay. And she's very young. And when my wife went to pick her up, she didn't dance the whole time. And she asked her, why didn't you call me? And she looked over at the phone and she didn't know how to use it.
Oh my God.
It was a rotary phone. I mean, she was probably 5 or 6, right?
Right.
And she didn't know how to use it, so she couldn't call.
Did she even know the phone number?
She knew the phone number, but she couldn't use the phone.
Yeah, that is the one thing we taught our daughters both very, very young. We taught them both our phone numbers. So if you remember nothing else, these are the 2 10 sets of 10 digits you must remember.
Right.
If anything ever happens. So they at least knew our numbers. Now, they asked me to call them, and if I don't have my phone with me, I'm like, what's your number?
And then,
no idea. Now, mind you, I bought their phones and got their numbers assigned to them. I don't know what the number is.
Right. Exactly.
No idea.
No, I can't tell you my kids' numbers either.
Yeah, I have no clue. No clue.
So referencing those stats above, the speed of change is definitely part of what's happening. When I entered the workforce in the 80s, staying at one job for at least a decade was normal.
Oh, yeah. Everybody did that. Yeah.
But, pensions were common. College tuition was affordable.
Right.
In 1985, average annual tuition to a public college in the U.S. was about $1,300.
It was never that cheap.
I know. I couldn't believe it, right?
Right, yeah.
And the private college is only around $6,000.
Oh, my God. There's no way.
Times have changed, buddy.
Oh my gosh, my youngest daughter is looking at going to a private college this fall, and they're just giving her $11,000 to help offset tuition.
I know. So why don't you just drop tuition altogether?
I know, it's ridiculous.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean that's a huge difference from now. I mean today, average public tuition, college tuition is about $13,000 per year, not including housing.
Right, then that's huge.
Yeah, that's just the tuition. Yeah.
Right.
You throw in housing, you're talking $30,000 easily.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Meanwhile, wages haven't kept pace. So adjusted for inflation, young workers' wages have grown only modestly since the 80s, while housing costs have skyrocketed.
They really have. But doesn't it seem like that? At least to me, it does. In my older perspective, younger generations seemed less loyal to their employers.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Job hopping every 2 years would have been seen as risky or irresponsible when I was young.
Yeah. I've had 2 main jobs in my life, and both have been over 18 years. I mean, just job hopping. Job hopping is not in our DNA, I don't think. It just doesn't happen.
And I've had a couple jobs where I lasted 9 years in them each.
Yeah.
Now it's really short.
Yeah. I mean, job hopping is often about survival, not disloyalty. I mean, studies show that millennials and Gen Z change jobs more frequently, partly because pensions disappeared and layoffs became common. According to a labor data study, the average worker today stays at a job for about 4 years compared to 7 to 8 years in the early 80s.
Oh, wow. I also think that social media has widened the generation gap. Face-to-face communication was how we used to build trust.
Yeah.
Now, nearly 95% of teenagers have access to a smartphone, and many spend several hours a day online.
I can debate that number. I think it's 100%.
Okay, you can debate all you want.
Right. That's what the interweb says.
And I believe everything on there.
Yeah, but social media also reflects historical patterns. So every new medium caused panic, like radio in the 1920s.
Oh, sure.
Television in the 1950s. And for us, a big one, video games in the 1980s.
Oh, yeah. You remember that?
Oh, my God. They're going to warp our little minds.
Yep. Remember the commercial with a fried egg?
Yes.
This is your brain on drugs.
Yes.
I know it didn't correlate directly to video games, but it was played at the same time.
Same time, yeah. Yeah, and I still play video games to this day, and I think I'm normal.
Are you normal?
Shut up. Research shows technology changes how we socialize, not whether we do it or not.
Right. Or maybe the generation gap isn't about values disappearing, but values adapting to new conditions.
Exactly. I mean, younger generations tend to prioritize flexibility, mental health, and social justice, while older generations emphasize stability and tradition. Those differences often come from growing up in different historical moments: wars, economic booms, recessions, and even pandemics. Wah, wah, wah.
When you put it that way, the gap sounds less like a divide and more like a misunderstanding shaped by history.
Yeah, isn't the most misunderstandings like that?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And understanding that history, the economic shifts, the technological change, and cultural evolution might be the best way to bridge it.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Hey, Brian, I was just outside trying to enjoy the yard, and the mosquitoes are driving me nuts.
Oh, you got to call Spring Green for that, Rob.
Spring Green? I thought they just did my fertilizer and weed control.
Oh, they do that, and our lawn looks amazing because of it. But their mosquito control is a game changer. We can actually use our patio. You know how bad the state bird gets in Minnesota.
I'm pretty sure that's the loon, but point taken. So they do lawns and mosquitoes?
And total home pest control. My house is completely mouse-free. They even do liquid aerations and lawn insect control.
Wow, I'm only using them for half of what I could be.
You should fix that. Go to spring-green.com and get a personalized quote today.
That's spring-green.com.
And tell them Owen One More Thing sent you. So you notice how we slid right into that topic?
Right, we're good like that?
You are? Mm-hmm. Anyway, historical data shows generation gaps widening in racial diversity, technology adoption, political views, and economic outlook, with millennials having less wealth but more debt than boomers and Gen Xers at the same age, and younger generations generally more diverse and less religious than older ones, creating significant cultural and social divides. Surveys indicate a rising public perception of a significant generation gap over time.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
That's interesting. So, yeah, I agree with the millennials having less wealth but more debt than boomers and Gen Xers at the same age. Do you think is that more just of a cost of living thing that's gone up so bad and then wages haven't kept pace, or is it just the types of jobs, or is it...
I think it's a combination of all of those things.
I mean, is it possibly even a work ethic thing where...
Right.
You know, I'm not... Please, my kids that are listening to this, I'm not criticizing you whatsoever. But when they are younger, their goal is to be like an influencer. Right? I mean,
right.
So, I mean, has the perception of what a job is that maybe changed a little bit?
I think that it ebbs and flows all the time like that. But yeah, I think things have changed dramatically in costs of living and, consumables that we do all the time. That sort of thing is all different.
Yeah. I mean, housing for sure has gone through the roof.
It has.
Yeah. It's almost impossible to buy a house as like a 20-something.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
How can you afford that?
Unless you have two people that make six figures each, you really can't afford it anymore.
And it really depends on where you live because, you're in Waconia, and a starter home is about $500,000.
Right.
That's crazy money.
Yeah. And you can go an hour west of here and it's like, not half that, but it's definitely
less. $350.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So significant differences separate today's generations, most notably in the following areas. So demographics. Younger generations, so millennials and Gen Z, exhibit far greater racial and ethnic diversity compared to older generations, boomers and silents, who are predominantly white.
So I don't really understand that. What does that mean?
Okay, so older generations, especially the silents, so that's the 1928 to 1945, and the baby boomers, which go up to 1964, were shaped by U.S. immigration policies that heavily favored European immigrants.
Okay.
And the Immigration Act of 1924 severely limited immigration from Asia, Africa, and Latin America.
Oh, so now I'm picking that up. Okay.
So as a result, the U.S. population during the mid-20th century was overwhelmingly white.
Okay.
So when boomers were born, the U.S. was roughly 85 to 90% white as compared to 57 to 61% now.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that really has changed.
Yeah.
The separation continues with media and technology. While older generations still rely heavily on traditional media like TV, radio, and print, younger generations are heavily invested in digital and social media platforms.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned print because I used to bring my dad, every time I'd go see him, I'd bring him the paper still.
Right.
And he already saw everything on the news. He saw the sports scores. He saw all the stories.
But it's that physical paper in your hand.
The physical paper. That's what he liked.
I think part of it's the smell.
Totally.
I loved the smell of a newspaper.
Yeah, it totally is. And I think holding something in his hand, and he would literally read every single story in that paper.
Really?
Every single one.
Okay, I skim. I used to skim the
I
paper.
used to skim
That was
too.
good.
Yeah, we stopped getting it when they went up to like $5 a paper.
Yeah, kind of
That's
expensive.
a little much. So, and the economics, millennials face unique economic challenges, including greater student debt and less wealth compared to where boomers and Gen Xers stood at the same age. Conversely, older generations often contend with higher rates of unemployment and lower earnings.
Oh, yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah.
For religion, younger generations are generally less religious, with a large segment identifying as religiously unaffiliated, which is a stark contrast to the religious landscape of older generations.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I really don't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I want to try to stay away from religion and politics in general because,
Right.
you're going to always upset somebody. I've never been huge into religion per se. I grew up Catholic. I married Lutheran at one point. I've taken an Eastern religions class, which I thought was just fascinating to learn all about that.
Because it was different,
It was
probably.
different, yeah. But everything at the end of it, to me, they're all different, but they're all the same.
Right.
Right? I mean,
it's amazingly the same.
it's amazingly the same. And there's such subtle differences between everything. So it kind of boggles me a little bit why religion has become so, passe all of a sudden.
Right.
Just weird.
It's interesting, too, the contrast between you and me. You grew up Catholic. I grew up Protestant.
Yeah.
Never went to church.
Yeah.
And now I'm Catholic, and I go to church all the time.
I grew up Catholic and I never go to church. So you're right. That is weird. There's a growing awareness with the public's perception of a generation gap rose from 74% in 1969 to 79% in 2009, indicating increasing acknowledgement of these societal differences.
Right. These points of data contribute directly to what's often described as a generation gap, not just differences in age, but in lived experiences shaped by race, ethnicity, and culture.
Yeah. A key demographic shift is evident in the United States. Younger generations, namely millennials and Gen Z, are significantly more racially and ethnically diverse compared to older generations like boomers and the silent generation. This increasing multiculturalism is consistently supported by demographic data and is a direct result of the differing historical environments into which these groups were born.
I find that to be so interesting.
Yeah.
There's the how each generation is unique in itself, and that how we all look at them so differently because of which one you were born in.
Yeah. And what's funny to me, so reading all this material and everything we've gone through, we've mentioned the boomers and the silents, the millennials and Gen Z. Not once did we mention Gen X.
Right.
And I don't think that was on purpose, but I think that as a traditional Gen Xer, here we sit in the middle, everybody's ignoring us.
What's that game? Something in the middle? I don't know. Stuck in the middle? I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, seriously, that's your typical Gen Xer. We're just in the middle looking at both sides going, what the hell?
It's kind of like being a middle child.
Right, exactly. It's kind of what we do.
So we have this game at home, my daughter's game. It's called Mind the Gap. Have you ever played that before?
I don't believe so. We play another game that has to do with music. What's that called?
It's called Hitster.
Oh, that's right. Where you have a little card and you scan it and it plays the song.
It's a song, and you got to guess the era that it falls in within your timeline.
Yeah, which is super, super fun because you know more than you think you do.
Right.
It's crazy.
And I think in our age, our generation, we were so into music.
Yeah.
That all that stuff, I can just pinpoint that music, and I love that game.
And I'm good until we get to about the 2010s, the 2015s, and then I'm like...
Oh, then you're guessing.
Then I'm kind of guessing, like, well, it was after 2010.
So that has a lot to do with the same game we're talking about, Mind the Gap, because you play generational questions. You answer generational questions about boomers, Gen Xers, Gen Z, and millennia.
Why have we not played this game? This sounds fascinating.
Well, okay, I'll tell you why as soon as we get into it. Okay. We're going to play the game now.
Okay.
We're going to play the game, and I'm going to quiz you. I'll be Bob Newbanks, and I'll quiz you, and you can be the contestant.
Okay, only on one condition.
What?
You do your best Bob Eubanks voice the entire time.
We'll see if I can do that. So anyway, the game says, finally a trivia game for everyone. Young and young at heart will have to answer questions about culture and the events that define each generation. Play with mixed teams of all ages and work together to get around the board, or play against each other to determine once and for all which is truly the greatest generation. Okay. That's what the game says.
I like it.
Okay, so I've got questions for you. Okay, so here we go.
Okay, so in all trueness and clarity, I have not read ahead.
Nope. And I'm going to have you close your notes.
Okay, I'm not looking. The notes are done. Okay, I'm not looking. So this is all off the cuff.
Okay.
All right.
Great. So I'm usually pretty good about the boomer and the Gen X stuff, but I really suck at the millennial and the Gen Z questions.
Okay, so I have something to look forward to. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Although my kids are slightly younger than you, so maybe I'll have a better shot at Gen Zs. We'll find out.
Oh, yeah, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Oh, yeah, if I didn't mention it already, this game is strictly about boomers, Gen X, millennial, and Gen Z.
Okay, got it.
So we don't have the other generations not in there.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay, so here we go.
All right.
And then we're going to ask you just boomer questions to begin with here.
Okay, got it.
All right. Question number 1. This 1950s children's show has a peanut gallery and a clown named Clarabelle. Now, I've got multiple choice for you if you want them, or do you think you can just guess them without multiple choice?
1950, and Clarabelle. I don't remember. Okay, I remember. Yeah, so this is in my head, a 1950 show. I don't remember a clown. I remember a puppet. Howdy Doody.
You are correct. It's Howdy
Get
Doody.
out!
Yes.
That's probably the only 50s kid show I would remember.
Okay. All right. Question number 2. What popular building toy was invented by Frank Lloyd Wright's son to inspire kids to be creative?
Ooh.
Again, I can give you multiple choice.
Okay, well, hang on now. Frank Lloyd Wright, he's that super famous architect who's very, is it like you're the artist guy, like cubic kind of, like it's very shape-ish.
Yeah. Shape, symmetrical.
Like symmetrical triangles, that kind of thing. Okay, that's him. And he did a lot of houses here in the Minneapolis area.
Yep.
And what toy did he invent?
What toy did his son invent?
His son invent. Okay. And this is a boomer, so this is the 50s. I'm going to guess, what are those log-looking things? Lincoln logs, right?
You're right again.
Boom.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
Can we go back to our trivia game from earlier?
And I didn't even give you multiple choice. You complained about that.
That's true. That's true. Right.
Okay, next.
Okay.
What famous singer and pianist, blind at age 7, recorded in multiple genres, but was best known for his songs "Hit the Road Jack" and "Georgia on My Mind"?
Well, blind. It's got to be there's 2 of them. It's not Stevie Wonder. It's the other guy. I see him smiling. He goes back and forth. He's saying, Ray
Charles.
Thank you, Ray Charles. I could picture him.
Yeah, you could. Okay, so in 1955, the opening of the magical family-friendly venue was seen on TV by an estimated 70 million people.
Oh, that's Disneyland. I just watched a thing on that.
I knew you'd know that.
There was a great on Disney Plus. There's a great behind the scenes on the opening of Disneyland. It's fascinating. They found a whole bunch of old footage.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's really cool. So yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, you're into documentaries, check it out.
All right, last question of the boomers.
Okay.
Who is famous for his phrase, "What's up, Doc"?
Oh, Bugs Bunny.
Of course.
Dude, I grew up on Bugs Bunny.
I know. I knew you'd get these.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay, now you're going to get the next set of Gen X questions.
Okay.
Okay, here's the first Gen X question.
So in theory, I should get every single one of them
You should get them all.
without any help.
Right.
Okay.
Without having multiple choice.
Okay.
What game host joined Jeopardy in 1984?
Well, Alex Trebek.
Right. See how easy that was?
Goodness. Come on.
But
Challenge me.
You have to hear my multiple choice.
Okay, let's hear 'em.
Chuck Woolery, Alex Trebek, or Bob Eubanks.
Oh.
They were all game show hosts
That is
of
true.
the exact same era.
That is true. That is true. That is true. Chuck Woolery, 2 and 2.
Okay. What 70s and 80s blonde supermodel was known especially for her pink bikini poster and swimsuit pictures in Sports Illustrated?
You're going to hate me because I had this poster on the back of my door as a kid. Heather Locklear.
No.
No, it's not. No. It's
I'm going to give you
Give me the multiple choice. No, I did have this poster.
Farrah Fawcett,
Farrah Fawcett.
Cheryl Tiegs, or Bo Derek.
It's Farrah Fawcett.
Wrong.
It's not?
Cheryl Tiegs.
Then I had a Heather Locklear poster. I know I had a Heather Locklear poster. Okay. All right.
All right, you got one wrong.
Got one wrong.
In your era, too.
I know. Damn it.
All right, next question.
All right.
What artist received the first MTV Best Female Video Award in 1984 for Girls Just Want to Have Fun?
Oh, Cyndi Lauper.
Of course. I mean, who doesn't know that?
Right.
Some people don't.
Yeah, I suppose.
Next is name the 2 men who started Apple Computers in 1976.
I
can give you
Steve Jobs and Wozniak. I don't remember. I know his first name. It's Wozniak.
Steve Wozniak.
Steve Wozniak. It's Steve. Okay.
Yeah.
Steve and Steve. Okay. Jobs and Wozniak. And you know the reason I know that's Wozniak?
Why?
He was recently on an episode of The Big Bang Theory.
I saw that one.
Yes.
All right, here's your last Gen X question.
Okay.
What was the meaning of the question, what's the skinny?
Ooh.
And here I want to give you the multiple choice.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Multiple choice is the first answer. It would be,
Yeah. Okay.
how much weight have you lost?
Yeah, no.
What's the story or gossip?
Yeah, that's it.
What's your favorite diet?
Yeah, that's the story gossip one.
It's gossip,
I
yeah.
had to think about it for a second. Yep, got it.
Okay, so those were the Gen X. Now we're going to get a little
Okay.
harder for us, I think, or maybe for you. These are the millennial questions.
Okay.
And we might, the first one you're going to get. So
right.
it's not even, it's a non-issue.
Okay.
What NBC show adapted from a UK show of the same name, was filmed in a mockumentary style?
Oh, The Office.
The Office.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this one you're not going to get.
All right.
I already know. But we'll see.
All right.
Okay, Brittany and Justin once wore matching outfits made entirely of this material. And I'll give you the multiple choice. Sequins, denim, or spandex.
Oh, it's got to be spandex.
It's denim.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea about that.
Okay.
Because it's like not my era.
Yeah,
but
spandex is more of an 80s thing. Yeah. Okay.
okay, you'll know this one.
All right.
What Smash Mouth song was featured on the Shrek soundtrack?
All-Star.
All Star.
Yeah. I had kids at that age.
Right. Yeah. We both do.
Yeah.
What was the name given to the expected computer glitch disaster on January 1st, 2000?
Oh, the Y2K bug?
Yep, Y2K.
Y2K.
Okay, here's one.
And you know what's funny about that?
What?
Like, everybody panicked for like 2 years before that.
Panicked. We had to rewrite all your codes, everything.
And absolutely nothing happened.
Right. Well, because they rewrote all the code.
All the power grids are going to go down. None of the computers are going to work. Nothing happened.
Next question, and your last one for Millennial.
Okay.
In The Princess Bride, this was Wesley's response to Buttercup's every request.
As you wish. Seen that movie about 2,000 times. So, yeah.
All right. So those were Gen Z. Now we're going to...
right.
No, those are Millennial. Now we're going to move into Gen Z. Okay. What movie included the song Everything is Awesome?
Everything is awesome.
And I'm going to give you the multiple choice.
Okay.
The Hunger Games, the Lego Movie, or the Lizzie McGuire movie?
Lego movie.
It was the Lego Movie. Gen Zers bought large quantities of glue, but not for school. What was it used for?
Oh, to make slime.
Yes.
Yes.
Make slime.
Absolutely. We all made slime back then.
Well, you guys did.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Okay, here's another question for you. What was the name given to Justin Bieber fans in 2010?
Ooh, I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you multiple choice.
All right.
BB fans, Bieblers, or B-Bazers?
Ooh, I don't like any of those. What was the first one?
BB fans.
No, that's too lame. Second one?
Beliebers.
I'm going with that one.
It's the Beliebers.
All right. I had no idea.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
In November 2016, what Major League Baseball team won their first World Series since 1908, defeating the Cleveland Indians 4-3?
It has to be the Red Sox.
Multiple choice are the Red Sox, the Chicago Cubs, or the Dodgers.
No, it's the Cubs.
It is the Cubs.
It's the Cubs. Yes, it's the Cubs. Yep.
Okay, here's another one. What was the term used for a person who was bad at playing video games?
No idea.
Really?
Okay,
Okay, I'll give you a multiple choice. A noob, a bot, or a scrub.
ooh. I'm noob or scrub I'm going with. Let's go with scrub.
It is not scrub.
It's noob.
A noob is inexperienced. A bot is the correct answer, plays poorly.
What?
A person who plays bad at playing video games. Plays poorly, they're a bot. And a scrub is low skill or refuses to learn.
All right.
I had to look that up because I had no idea.
I have no idea. All right.
So that was it. That was pretty fun. That's kind of the questions of the game.
Okay, that sounds fun. We should
But you
definitely
have
play
to.
that.
It's best to play with a younger person and an older person.
Oh, yeah.
On your team,
Right.
Because then when you get to those certain questions, you have a whole card of these questions, and you land on whatever icon on the board, and that's what you have to answer.
So what you're saying is we must play this game with our kids.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm with you. That sounds like fun. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
So I think that's it. So Rob, close us out on this topic.
All righty. The generation gap has both benefits and challenges, shaping how societies adapt and evolve. On the positive side, differences between generations encourage innovation, as younger people often introduce new technologies, values, and perspectives, while older generations contribute experience, stability, and historical insight.
I'd agree with that.
Yep. This exchange can lead to creative problem solving and social progress. However, the generation gap can also create misunderstandings and conflict, especially when rapid technological change, differing economic conditions, and contrasting cultural norms make it difficult for generations to relate to one another. When these differences are not addressed, they can lead to stereotypes, communication breakdowns, and tension in families, workplaces, and politics.
Right.
Ever talk about politics with family? Balancing respect for tradition with openness to change is the key to turning generational differences into a shared strength rather than a source of division.
Yeah, I think that's a really great statement.
Yeah, kind of like bridging the gap.
Right.
Hey, as always, everyone, please follow us on the socials at 01 One More Thing Pod on Facebook and Instagram for highlights and news of our upcoming shows.
And if you have any show ideas for us or just want to give us some feedback, send us an email at 01onemorethingpod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you.
Plus, we have some kick-ass merchandise, t-shirts and caps. If you're interested, shoot us an email.
It is kick-ass.
It is.
Oh, and one more thing. The generation gap isn't a divide so much as it is a relay. One generation hands down experience while the next brings fresh perspective. And progress happens when both generations realize they're running the same race, just in different shoes.
Yes, preach, brother, preach.
That's right.
Love it.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Hey, we may be from the same generation, but I'm still younger than you.
Yes, you are.